Top stories from around the island. To the point. Without the fluff. Puerto Rico headline news. Please subscribe and don't forget to hit the bell notification.
Hello and welcome to Puerto Rico Headline News for April 6, 2020. This is your COVID-19 update for Puerto Rico, along with covering the information that's been provided as far as numbers. I'm also going to follow up a little bit on the $38 million rapid test order scandal that I first reported on or brought to your attention in yesterday's video. And if this is your first time here, please subscribe, like, and share this content as well. So let's go ahead and see the headline for today, April 6th, from the El Nuevo Dia newspaper. Here we see the reported headline that Puerto Rico has now surpassed the 500 confirmed case mark for the coronavirus. So let's go ahead and get into this article. And it says, the death of a 72-year-old man raised the death toll from the COVID-19 coronavirus to 21 in Puerto Rico, while confirmed cases rose to 513. This was reported by the Department of Health on Monday. Now, according to a press release, the most recent fatality of the disease resided or lived in the Ponce region down south of the island. The man was admitted to a hospital institution in the area after presenting symptoms associated with the virus, and although he remained under treatment, his clinical assessment was complicated, and that resulted in his death. Continuing with the article, there's a graph that's been provided. We've been used to seeing this. And this is just to give us an idea of the amount of confirmed cases that continue to increase here in Puerto Rico, starting from its first reporting on March 13th. And here we can see the trend upwards that we find ourselves in at the moment. The article continues to mention the agency explained that out of the 21 new confirmed cases, 15 were processed by the Department of Health laboratory. 6 were confirmed in the Veterans Hospital, but this time around there were no confirmed cases reported by the private laboratories on the island. So I'm wondering if this has to do with the fact that Sunday everyone was told not to go out, and possibly maybe some of these labs were closed yesterday, and as a result did not have any reporting done. So as of last night, confirmed cases totaled 492. Today they're up to 513. The article continues to mention, we continue to closely observe the behavior of COVID-19 in Puerto Rico. Thanks to the timely and accurate measures imposed by the governor, it has been possible to reduce its impact on the island, avoiding chaotic scenarios that other countries have experienced. We cannot let our guard down. It is time to double our efforts. Now that an increase in positive cases is projected, we must continue taking the necessary measures until the virus contagion slows down. The lives of many will depend on the individual action that each one takes in the implementation of actions of social distancing and hygiene habits that prevent the spread of the virus. And this is said by the Department of Health Secretary Lorenzo Gonzalez. And here we see another graph that gives us another look to the amount of confirmed cases in Puerto Rico, and it contrasts them or compares them to the amount of tests that have been taken. So here we see there's 1,000 pending test results that we're waiting to get results on. Out of all the tests that have been conducted, 3,432 have come back as negative, and 513 are confirmed cases, and there's 21 deaths. So let's go ahead and continue in this article, and it mentions here the official indicated that until this Monday in Puerto Rico, 4,951 coronavirus tests have been carried out, of which 3,432 have come back negative. The Department of Health is still waiting for the result of 1,000 additional test results, while another 6 were categorized as inconclusive. Meanwhile, the director of the Coronavirus Medical Task Force, Dr. Segundo Rodriguez, anticipated that difficult days are ahead. Gonzalez Feliciano warned last night that the peak of infections of the disease will be from April 15th, will be between April 15th and May 8th. So it is important that citizens stay at home and keep practicing social distancing. Once again, here's the other map that we've grown accustomed to seeing. And this pretty much helps us see by municipality and regions, the clusters of where the coronavirus is highly concentrated. And here we can see there's a high concentration in the metropolitan area. And then if you look all the way to the left, we have the little darker shade of red. That's the Maya West area. And then obviously a lot more municipalities are being added as the testing increases. The amount of tests that are taking place every day. Um, the article continues to mention, unlike previous days, the Department of Health did not provide the detailed report of the coronavirus test results today. Likewise, since the weekend, it has not published a table where there's profiles of all the confirmed cases that we've also been able to see previously. However, a source from El Nuevo Dia provided the data from which it appears that the age group with the most reported cases continues to be between the age group of 50 to 59 years old, followed by the age group of 40 to 49 years old, with 92 uh, confirmed cases in this category. Now, among the new patients reported today, there's a 2-month or a 2-month-old baby. Given this, the number of cases of children under 10 years old rose to 2. The municipalities with the most infections continue to be San Juan, Guaynabo, and Bayamon, and that's obviously the metropolitan region of the island. I also wanted to provide an update on the scandal that I reported on yesterday. And here's the latest information from El Nuevo Dia. Um, and the headline mentions how Apex, the company that was involved, has returned $19 million of what the government had paid as a deposit for the payment of those rapid tests testing kits. So let's go ahead and cover a little bit of this article so you know what's going on here. It says the president of Apex General Contractors LLC, Robert Rodriguez, transferred the 19 million that the government of Puerto Rico advanced to him on Saturday to make a purchase of a million rapid tests kit to detect coronavirus at a total cost of $38 million, according to an electronic transfer document that the businessman sent to El Nuevo Dia. The electronic transfer was made from an Apex account at Oriental Bank to an account of the Commonwealth at Banco Popular of Puerto Rico. In an interview with this newspaper, El Nuevo Dia, Rodriguez Lopez said yesterday that he had made the transfer the day after receiving the cancellation notice of the purchase and subsequently sent the evidence of that transaction back to the government. Now, government agencies have yet not confirmed to El Nuevo Dia that this transfer has already been reflected in the state's account. Now, the article continues to mention down here the health department canceled that order when the company was unable to meet the delivery date. And because, according to Secretary Lorenzo Gonzalez and the Commissioner of the Emergency Management and Disaster Management Commission, Jose Burgos, at the time of the ordering of the test, they did not have the endorsement or did not have the approval of the FDA, the Federal Drug Administration. So they found that not only did they order these tests at an exorbitant amount of money, but they also didn't qualify or fall under FDA approval. The article continues to say, according to General Burgos, the purchase was made by the NMEAD for the Department of Health at the request of the purchasing manager of that agency, Adil Rosa Rivera. And as mentioned yesterday, this transaction is under investigation by the FBI. And when the Secretary of the Department of Health found out, he had Adil Rosa fired as well. The article continues to say Apex, a little bit more information on this company that was given this contract. Apex has been a contractor for the Department of Health, but in the area of installation and maintenance of air conditioners. According to Rodriguez Lopez, this is the first time that he has done business related to anything related to health equipment. Now let's scroll down here a little further in this area here. And it mentions the cost per unit sold to the government was $38. But the company has not yet said at what price it bought it from the manufacturer in Australia. From a report that came out yesterday, it seemed that they bought this. They were buying these test kits at about $2.30, and in turn selling them to the government of Puerto Rico for $38 a piece. In another article that I read today, the Secretary of the Department of Health said he's going to do away with middlemen, and they're going to try to do these purchases directly with the manufacturers instead of using middlemen for these very important transactions and purchases that have to do with people's lives and testing. On March 20th, another company, 313 LLC, sold 1,500 Nova Test one-step rapid test to the Department of Health for $45 a unit. And then on the 24th of that month in March, it sold another 100,000 units of that same test. This time they charged $36 a unit. This company also had no previous experience as a provider of materials, equipment, or technology for the health area. Now, it was mentioned yesterday that these companies do have ties with the New Progressive Party, the PNP, and that may have had something to do with them winning these contracts and then being able to charge these exorbitant prices for these rapid test kits. Now, the article finishes by saying clinical labs are purchasing the quick or these rapid kits from reputable industry known laboratory suppliers. So these private labs on the island are going to industry known suppliers, and they're buying these test kits from these approved labs. And it mentions here that the technologist said that the labs are buying these tests today at a price between $20 and $25. And of course, they might be higher price than the $2.30 since these are, I'm sure, are FDA approved. So this is the basic update on this story. Again, they're being investigated. The FBI is involved, a few other agencies to get to the bottom of this. And as a positive note, the Department of Health Secretary has said that he will no longer use middlemen for the purchase of any medical supplies as far as the rapid tests are concerned. Who knows about the other items they need to buy? But at least regarding the rapid tests, they're going to deal directly with manufacturers and eliminate the middlemen, which kind of you figured they should do. I mean, they could have an employee just contact these manufacturers and deal with them directly. Well, that's it for today regarding this COVID-19 update, this story with the Department of Health. So thanks for watching. This is Puerto Rico Headline News.